alive today. It doesn't matter what they say.
Okay, well, welcome to another episode of Red Lotus Life. This is where we provide resources and tools to create a life that you love after abuse. And as always, I have my lovely co-host over here, Sara Elizabeth Hoffman. She is a certified spiral practitioner and a womb spiral practitioner. And I am Lori Kinsey. I'm an advanced spiral practitioner. And then together, we're also an ASWB ACE provider. So you'll be seeing a lot of different education and resources, and also just really cool things that we actually use in our own life to regulate our own nervous systems. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's really cool because we've had a lot of people go, what is this lunar journeys and what does this have to do with healing or regulating the nervous system or anything like that? And so I'm just really excited to talk about it today as a follow-up to the ceremony that we just did.
Yeah, absolutely. It has everything to do with the healing journey, and we are just having so much fun already, having just kicked off the very first one
I
on.
know. I know. It's been super fun. And, the feedback that we've been receiving has been awesome. Totally awesome because some of them, it has been the first time that they're journeying with us in this
Mhm.
way. And it's been, I don't know. I mean, nature heals. So first of all, nature heals. Second of all, we are affected by the cosmos above us, regardless of what anybody says, feels, thinks, like it's science. It's science. We are affected by the cosmos above us. And with the full moon, it's all about releasing. It's all about releasing what does not serve us. And then what we like to do is also bring in the gene keys, because the gene keys are literally the essence of our DNA. We all have the gene keys within us. And I don't know, it's been really fun to weave in the lunar, right? The lunar energy, the spiral modality, and then also the gene keys. And so that's what we kind of wanted to talk about today because we just did the clear. It is so relevant to what's going on in the world today. And we know for those of you who are sensitive beings or who are very embodied and you're not dissociating, you may be feeling this because it was for the collective energy of who joined us. And now that we saw it, we're really seeing it. Like I literally can see it everywhere I go. Every time I turn on the TV, I mean, just everything. I am seeing the rage.
Yes, I am seeing the rage as well. It is very alive within the collective, and it's just right in my face and in my awareness how much we are, maybe not us personally, but as a collective, we defer and externalize to a hierarchy. And we're doing this instead of checking in with the body, asking ourselves some questions about what we truly believe, and using our intuition rather than, constantly seeking outside of ourselves for answers.
Mhm. Yeah, the external validation and confirmation is real. I mean, we we also recognize that. And so it's all about coming back to self and coming back to our inner knowing, our inner wisdom. Our body is a vessel for that. We can talk more about that. I mean, who knows? We might end up talking about it here. Who knows?
Mhm.
So I wanted to go a little bit into the clear because this is a follow-up for anyone who did join us in Lunar Journeys or for those who didn't, and you might be feeling this, okay? Because it is for the collective energy of the lunar cycle of the full moon. We just moved out of it. So you may not be feeling it as much. It might start to dissipate, but for the next 2 weeks, that's kind of what goes on with the moon. So it was all about Gene Key 21. So it was Lunar Journeys, full moon in Aries, which we can talk about Aries all day long. We can talk about full moon all day long, but we want to talk about specifically Gene Key 21 and the shadow of Gene Key 21 here today. So Gene Key 21 has the shadow of control, the gift of authority, and then the city of valor. But in the clear that we did, so we ended up doing a root clear on the shadow. And the shadow, well, I guess it wasn't a root clear, it was just a regular clear, an emotional clear. So the emotional block there was rage. And, it's so fascinating to me because Rage with the spiral modality, rage is actually in the wood element, and the wood element is all about growth and expansion. And then rage is also in the liver, the organ of the liver. And the liver is all about reactivity and change. And so if you actually go and you take a look at what's going on, the entire world is in this growth and expansion, right? And this reactivity and change. So I just wanted to just say the definition here because they do such a great job with the spiral modality. Sometimes it's exactly what we think it is, and sometimes it's not. So I just wanted to say this one real quick so that people have a reference point. So rage here with the spiral modality is violent anger. And I mean, I feel like every single person in the world can actually relate to this.
Yeah, I mean, when we feel into the political climate, when we feel into just a lot of the major topics, generally speaking, I don't think there's anybody that can say that they don't have some type of feeling around what is happening, regardless of what you believe. So, this is actually a really important emotion to be able to clear from the shadow of control. Because when we're able to neutralize the rage, therefore stepping in, like out of that shadow of control and into the gift of authority, now we can actually start to make change, see change, have conversations that are going to bring us closer to, well, to bring us out of that state of submission or control and more in alignment and more in a state of synarchy is what I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
From the hierarchy to the synarchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And it's interesting too because the shadow of control is literally the demise of hierarchy. So each gene key has its own little like tagline and it says it's the demise of hierarchy. And so when we're able to neutralize that shadow of control, by releasing the emotion of rage, now we can go up into that authority, right? Which is our inner authority. It's our inner wisdom. It's our intuition. It's our code of ethics, our, all those things, our values. That's when we can tap into all of that. And then that's when now we can rise into the city of Valour, which is also something in and of itself, which is really cool. But we won't go into that here. We went into it quite deep in in the event. Excuse me. Yeah, so it is fascinating how now since we did that, I can literally see all of the external validation, right? All like people seeking external validation, seeking external confirmation, and really feeling that rage and wanting to express it, but not really knowing how. Some people are like totally suppressing it, just like what you said, right? That reactive state of like, okay, we're going to be submissive. And then there's the other one that is, oh, wait, that's a repressive state. Repressive state is the submissive. I don't have my
Yes,
book with me right now, but
yes,
yeah. And then the
right.
reactive is the control. And so I am literally seeing this everywhere I go. It doesn't matter if it's driving down the road, if it's in a store, just in conversations, and even in conversations that I'm just overhearing as I move through the world. So we
Mhm.
know it's here. For those of you who are integrating this clear with us, we wanted to just kind of go over the point again, the point on the body, the acupressure point, and also to share with everybody else, like it's extremely important to allow a very intense emotion like rage to actually move through the body, to connect with it, move through the body in a very healthy way. So we talk about this quite a bit on it's okay to feel rage. It's okay to be angry. And
Mhm.
especially as women, it is okay to feel that. We actually refer to it a lot as sacred rage. I'm sure there's many episodes where we talk about it. But first of all, it's okay to feel it. It's okay to tap into it. And it's an incredible source of power. Actually, it's pure power.
Yeah, it's important to note that if we're feeling the rage, then it's present for a reason. And, it's all about energy and motion. And so we really need to move that out of the body so that we're not feeling dysregulated in our nervous system. And when we can actually shift it into a more healthy expression, a safe and healthy expression looks like actually using that rage, that sacred rage, to for motivation or to create the change that we'd like to actually see.
I'm like, yes, we can't talk about that enough.
Right.
I mean, there is a reason. There's a reason why you're feeling it. And so even tapping into that, be like, why am I feeling this? Why am I not in alignment with this? What's going on here? So instead of numbing it, I know there's a lot of conversations where I've had lately where people are just wanting to numb it or dissociate, but no, feel it, and then allow it to move through the body, just like what you said, the energy and motion, right? And do it in a healthy way, which there's a million and one ways to do that. The point is the easiest way. So we'll just go ahead and show you the acupressure point. So the acupressure point is just on the right side. I just want to also let everyone know that I do have some weather happening here. So if I freeze or something happens, that's what's going on. All right, so right side of the body, and then it's right under the armpit along the bra line for a woman. And you're gonna feel this point. It's super super tender. You're gonna feel all of a sudden you're gonna go, oh, there it is when you feel it. So just kind of move around and then oh yeah, there's mine. Okay, and then you just rub it. It's that easy, it's that simple. Just rub it. Big exhales, inhales and exhales, and just allow the body to move that from that space. And sometimes the body, I mean, anyone who knows us, they know we're big burpers and yawners as
Might find,
practitioners.
yeah, you might find tears. You might not have any response or reaction at all, but it could be one of many different ways of releasing.
Hmm. Yeah, and you just keep rubbing that spot until it starts to, dissipate, and you'll feel it, which is really cool because this is part of the mind body soul connection that's happening here whenever you do that. So it's really cool. But with that, there's also other really healthy ways to release rage. There's some fun ways, like going to rage rooms or something like that. Or like I was telling everyone at Lunar Journeys that I like going to like the batting cages, like anything that where you're like hitting or like striking, right? So like kickboxing or shadow boxing or anything like that. But then also just really going out there and using your vocal cords and like screaming into the night sky or whatever, right?
Yeah, in the woods, screaming in the woods, into a pillow if you don't have a safe place to be able to go out and really use your voice. And my absolute favorite way is actually to dance, to move that energy through dance. And it usually starts out sort of like a really ragey dance. And by the time you go through a couple of songs, you can really feel that energy begin to release. And you might even tap into a deeper emotion that's underneath the rage.
That's usually what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so, just to connect that to for some people for a reference point, like think of mosh pits and stuff like that. Like that is the
Yeah.
essence of sacred rage of what goes on inside. And it's amazing. You might find yourself just, needing to shake your body, or if you know somatics, like that's amazing too. Like just shake the body and start to, even if just moving your hips is a really great one too. If you're somebody that's like, oh, I'm not a rager. But also, if you're not a rager, go try it because you're going to tap into some stuff that you didn't know was even there.
Yeah, you might surprise yourself.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, that is what has been happening since last week. It's been awesome. It's been amazing. I love it anytime we have an emotional block in the wood element, liver specifically. I love gallbladder and liver, but wood, I love it because I know that we have to go through it in order to, it's almost like the squeeze, that squeeze and that pressure is like the pause before the expansion, right? It's like the darkest part of the night, the coldest part of the night before the dawn. So I love seeing that whenever this happens because I know it's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we really are able to access that change that we're desiring that is so present with the wood element.
hmm Yeah, and so for those of you that are familiar with the Gene Keys, won't go too much into Valour, but I mean, Valour is amazing. This is where it's that new age of chivalry, is how Richard Rudd describes it, the new age of chivalry, and to really connect with what does Valour actually mean to you, you know? So anyway, we actually, I think we talked more about that in the previous episodes as well. So if anyone wants to go check those out, we go deeper into that.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up unless is there something else that you want to share?
No, just like you just said, just go ahead and check out the other videos and you'll be all caught up to where we are now with the clear. And we invite you to join us for the next one.
Yeah, so the next one is actually, it's new moon in Libra. It's on October 20th. We'll be live here doing that. Maybe not here. We're not sure exactly if we're going to do it live on YouTube or if we're doing it privately. I think we're doing it privately through Zoom, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We are planning some live events that's on YouTube. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, the next Lunar Journeys is the new moon in Libra. It's going to be focused on Gene Key 50, which I know there's quite a few of you out there that have that because I've been talking to quite a few of you about Gene Key 50. So it's October 20th. You can go ahead and get in there now. The registration is open. And then as always, I mean, say yes to soul. If you want community and support, like that's ongoing, please join us and say yes to soul because this is actually part of the work that we're doing in there. And we have a focus on whole body health right now through the month of October. So, which is all the 5 bodies: mental, emotional, energetic, spiritual, physical. And it's been fascinating to see what comes up there too.
Yeah, it is fascinating. And I'd like to just say too, like if you're new to this work, or new to the Gene Keys, no worries. Like this is as a contemplation. Most of these Gene Keys that we will be working on moving forward are not part of my chart or Lori's chart. It's just working with the energy of the moon. So we're contemplating and learning, about all of these other Gene Keys as well. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it has been. It has been fun. So I can't wait for it to just continue.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you like this video, as always, hit the like button so that we know that you like this content. We'll keep showing up in this way. If you want to share it, if there's somebody that you know that's been wanting to learn more about this type of work, go ahead and share it. And then, as always, subscribe because we have some big things coming up. And yeah, we're wanting to go live here. So let us know if you want us to go live. Okay, we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
And